I've just been listening to the new music streaming service Tidal, and it's supposed to be the complete godsend of all music services, offering a higher price service but supposedly far superior sound quality to other services such as Google Play Music, iTunes, Spotify, pretty much anything else. There's a good reason for this, and there's a good reason for the higher cost, and that's because it offers FLAC audio streaming. If you're not entirely sure what that is, essentially FLAC audio streaming is just a really high quality streaming sound recording. It's basically like the raw data, essentially, of a recording of a piece of music. Now Tidal comes in at about double the price of something like Spotify if you decide to pay for that tier. They do also offer, however, a normal tier which is the same price as Spotify, but it doesn't offer you that high quality streaming, so I'm not quite sure why anyone would go for that over Spotify. The high quality, as I said, is double the price. It's about £20 in the UK, and it offers you the option of high quality streaming FLAC audio to your mobile device and also caching offline. Now, the caching offline part, I found in my experience, could be quite troublesome for some people, especially with devices that have smaller sizes of capacity. In my testing, a FLAC download from something like Tidal compared to Spotify is sort of two and a bit, maybe nearly 3 times as more storage needed for the average song or album. So, for example, I downloaded a Queen, the One Vision, it's the Kind of Magic album, and it was about 600 megabytes in Tidal, 250 in something like Spotify. So you can see there's difference in size there from something like normal audio to FLAC audio. The next part, I guess you're thinking, is, well, if the audio is so good, what's going to happen when I try and listen to it? Am I going to notice the difference? Well, the answer to that is probably not. I'm using the Panasonic headphones here, which I have reviewed, and I'll put the link in the description below. They are quite good for the price, although they are fairly cheap. They're only about £20 in the UK, but they're still miles better than anything you get with something like the iPhone stock earbuds, simply because they're sound isolating with the little nub on the end there. Using these headphones, I didn't really notice any difference. Yes, there was the occasion where I noticed there was a tiny bit of difference, but for the most part I couldn't hear the difference. Plugging these headphones into my Mac and going to the website where Tidal actually offers a kind of like listening challenge, which I'll put in the description of the video below, which says, okay, listen to these 5 clips and you can switch between FLAC and normal audio, see if you can tell the difference. And streaming from my Mac, high quality over the internet with these headphones, I only got 3 out of 5 right, and that was basically guessing, because I couldn't honestly tell the difference. In terms of what Tidal actually offers, of course they've got a mobile app which is on iOS and Android. They've also got a website as well where you can view a web player, but of course if you're on the computer, because there's no dedicated player such as something like Spotify, you can't cache things offline on your computer like you can with the dedicated Spotify app. However, on the mobile app you can cache offline, and of course there's option on the phone to stream in either normal quality, which is 320, or stream in the higher FLAC audio bitrate. Of course, just like the storage, if you stream the FLAC audio, you're going to chew through your data allowance fairly quickly, so make sure you've got a very high data usage allowance on your account, or unlimited like I have in the UK. Now, in terms of looking at the applications with Tidal, you'll notice that the mobile application and the desktop streaming application look really similar to something like Spotify. They have a kind of grid layout showing moods and genres that you can pick through, and if you look at them side by side, they're almost indistinguishable from one another. They're very, very similar, so taking a lot of cues there from one another. So, all in all, the service that Tidal is offering is potentially good for those people who have higher fidelity likes in music and like listening to higher fidelity audio. The problem is that the price they're offering is quite high. It's double the price of something like Spotify, and you also have to have really good equipment to listen to it on. A pair of headphones that 99% of the people are going to have, even people who have Apple earbuds, are just simply not going to notice the difference in this type of music. One other thing, of course, like Spotify, you cannot Chromecast from your phone or your laptop to a Chromecast on your TV, so that's a big downside. So really the only way of getting this music onto a stereo system is by plugging your phone or your laptop directly into the stereo system, and it will work like that just via an aux or digital out cable. It does, however, support AirPlay streaming, which is okay if you use those types of equipment. The last thing which I guess I'm going to cover in Tidal and my final thoughts is who is this service for? They've come out guns blazing saying it's a revolution in music streaming services. It's backed by loads of massive artists that, by the way, already have quite a lot of money. And now they're starting a service that's supposedly going to give you more than the normal service. They're going to release exclusive tracks, and the quality is way higher, and you're going to see behind the scenes things and just stuff you're not going to get in any other services. In my opinion, they've gone at this completely all wrong. The reason why artists aren't getting music at the moment is because people might still be pirating, and things like Spotify just aren't very popular yet. But starting up another music streaming service that costs more for things that most people aren't going to notice, and that gives money to industry leading artists that already have quite a lot of money already, isn't really my idea of a success story. So in my opinion, Tidal is a really weird niche product that 99.999% of people aren't going to notice the difference in, and aren't going to want to spend twice the amount of money for something that they already probably have, like Spotify. So I guess that's kind of my thoughts. There's not really too much to be excited about here, guys. You can try it out as a trial and listen to see if you can tell the difference. Take the test, which I'll put in the link description below, from Tidal, which says, hey, try these out and see if you notice the difference, and see if you do. And if you think that that difference is worth twice the price of something like Spotify, then go for it, guys. Anyway, this is Barry from Copper vs. Glass, checking out Tidal, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.